But we still gonna claim you put him in the top 5. Even though
So he's still on my top 5. Everybody touched on my top 5 anyway. So moving on, we're gonna do our top.
Go ahead, T.I.
Ooh, them snacks brought you a whole lot of credibility, boy.
Okay, so next we're gonna talk about our top 5 movies, and I'm very passionate about my movies. I think my number 1 movie of all time is The Wiz. It has to. It is
Ease
The
on
Wiz.
down. Ease on down.
And you got to understand at that time when you saw Diana Ross being wonderful, and you saw this woman.
Don't you carry nothing that might
we gotta
be
go.
Come on, ease on down. Ease on down.
Okay.
Down the road.
But she was the Dorothy that all us little black girls could relate to, and she was slaying with that little Jerry curl. Oh, that was
that movie was dope. It was
dope. You can't help but love The Wiz. Like I said,
you can.
Hey, Mike,
they took what we loved as The Wiz. I mean, The Wizard of Oz, because everybody loved The Wizard of Oz. Yeah. But when they brought The Wiz, they put that melanin in it. They put that soul,
funk in it. That was the season in the greens.
Yeah. You felt like The Wiz was your uncle that everybody went to when they needed some bond money or something. You know, he was just that guy. So you could relate to The Wiz. My second favorite movie is going to be Mommy Dearest. Only because it's just cinematic heaven. It was
that movie was scary to me.
I watched that movie about 30 times as a child, and I bought it as an adult. My kids watched it. It was just, to me,
no wire hanger.
Yeah. No wire hanger. It made you appreciate them little women your mama gave you.
This tells you exactly what's going on in T-Dot's world right there.
No, those are movies that I grew up on with. To me, those was women movies. Those were women my mama watched.
It's crazy like Misery.
I couldn't watch the whole thing.
Boom! Hit his ankles with.
I couldn't watch the whole thing. Okay, so my number 3 movie is going to be Belly.
Belly.
I love Belly. I love the Keisha. Yeah. I wanted to be Keisha. I wanted the hairstyle like Keisha. I thought Keisha was especially with the way she was checking her man. That was like,
she said, "I want all that, the drama, everything.
I want to make you mad enough to where you put it down like that." That Keisha was getting it. So that's probably one of my. That's definitely that scene. Like everybody love that scene. Scene. No, it's that scene on the scene when Nas is eating the bananas like.
He said, I don't like that.
I don't like that. Drop the dime.
What was the dude's name?
That wasn't Nas.
No, that was
Kane. Kane. I'm tripping.
What was his name in the movie though?
I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
I remember Ike Love, baby. Ike Love. I'm going Dolo state to state. Ike Love, baby.
Okay. So my next Imitation of Life, of course, got to be in the top. And that's just because if you want to cry,
you got a black mama. That's black. That's all raised on black mama movies.
Well,
that's
good. I'm not like I'm a light skinned kid. And my mom was like, "You gonna understand this?" No, it does teach a principle about respecting and appreciating people while they're here, whatever the reason is. That movie had a message, and you might not have got it as a kid, but even as a kid, that's the movie. You 8 years old and you crying like.
I was like, I don't even get it, but everybody else crying, so I'm crying too. That's how I felt.
But she got to crying, Mama. I'm sorry, Mama.
She had Mama. She did her mama dirty.
Was that 4 movies? Last one, of course, Color Purple.
She like all the heart-wrenching movies.
I don't watch scary movies.
Does anybody win?
I don't watch scary movies, so. Steely won at the end. Mama Bonnie.
Hey man,
I promise you.
Talk about Color Purple.
I do not want to go and do movie night at T-Dot's house. It's gonna be sad.
No, I'm gonna say this.
She got eat ice cream and get drunk movies.
When I was younger, at a family reunion. My cousin Claire Lupin, I swear to God, I took her word, and whatever she said, I kind of rolled with it. But she was like, she didn't like The Color Purple because of the way it depicted a black man. And so I was like, well, I don't like it either. And I was like, I was probably in the 7th grade. as I got older as an adult and, more versed and I'd read the actual book, you learn that's just how it was. Like, it wasn't.
It was a cold world.
It was a cold world back then, and it wasn't that.
For a woman, a black woman.
Yeah, it wasn't that he was trying to depict him as that way, but
men were just terrible.
They were hard. They were raised to be hard. They were raised to be
property
that way. We women had no value back then. So
I trade you this daughter for like 4 goats and.
Right, some countries still do it, so that's why
the movie starts off with molestation. Like
the book starts out with rape and molestation, so it's real. That's real life shit. So those are my top 5.
Look where we at now, doing a podcast though. Look how far we done came. Ain't God good? Ain't God good?
Stupid.
The chicken bone.
Until you do right by me. Oh, you do. Okay, so Mack O, what's your top 5?
Oh man! My number 1 movie of all time is The Goonies.
The Goonies?
The Goonies. I don't
expect that.
I don't understand what.
Alright, bro.
The Goonies.
The Goonies.
The Goonies. The Goonies never say die, bro. Hey, look, that movie came out when I was. Why you hating? You know it. If I quote Goonies, you gonna know all the lines.
I promise you, I can't quote one line.
Because you was probably already out doing bad shit when Goonies came out. I was still an innocent kid. I wasn't tainted.
I was tainted.
I liked Goonies.
What year is Goonies probably?
Probably like 84, 80. So I was young, 7, 8, 9 years old.
I was young too. I was young.
I was still.
I
gotta look it up.
I 85. I was 8. So I was still young, innocent. I watched it all the way up until I got out in the streets. Yeah, I was born in 77. I just look like this, good or bad. What that mean?
Okay, what's number 2? Because I can't relate to Goonies.
So anyway, we're going to get on how great the Goonies was. It reminds me of my childhood. Okay. I got my kids to like it too. Okay. I put them up on it. Anytime it comes on, they'll text me or call me and let me know, Daddy, Goonies coming on.
I'm supposed to watch this movie.
It's a great movie. It's probably too late to dig it. You had to probably be 8 when you first see it. It's still good. My number 2 movie, because I didn't really think this all the way through. So I ain't going to say this is order. These are just 5 movies I really, really like. My number 2 movie, I would have to say, is Friday After Next.
Man, bro.
Friday After Next is better than the other 2, even though the whole series is dope. God. If you want to say the first, if you say Friday 1, 2, 3 is your favorite, I wouldn't even knock you. But I'm going to say Friday After Next is my favorite movie.
I know you no more.
Yo, that's the best one. It's the funniest one. It's the best one of all. Yeah. You like Second Friday, didn't you?
I like First Friday.
Oh, that was dope. But the third one was actually better. My next movie I would have to say is... I'm trying to figure out which Eddie Murphy movie I'm going with. I'm going with Coming to America.
Man!
Classic.
Coming to America is flawless, man. That movie is funny. It's the most quotable. It has, it got everything. Eddie Murphy. And I'm also going to throw in, just because I don't know if we're going to get to this or not, just for argument's sake, Eddie Murphy is the greatest actor of my lifetime. I'm just going to throw that out there. Period. And if somebody want to argue, I'm just going to say, as the skill of being an actor, nobody is better than Eddie Murphy.
Versatility in his range.
No, I'm going to say,
stupid.
And even if Eddie Murphy's been in a whack movie, you ain't never seen him be whack in a movie. The movie might be whack, but you ain't never turned on TV and been like, Eddie Murphy ain't funny, he ain't entertaining, he ain't dope. The movie could be whack. Pluto Nash was whack, but Eddie Murphy was still funny in that mug. My next one is another Eddie Murphy movie. Hell no, he's Samuel L. Jackson all the time.
As far as you say Denzel.
It's like the same person.
Denzel too. He always Denzel. Eddie Murphy can be everybody in the room. Denzel gonna just be Denzel. So let's see. My next movie is the other one. I already said Coming to America. The next one, Harlem Nights.
That's a dope movie.
That was for all the other same reasons. Plus the cast is an ensemble cast. You have all everybody that mattered at the time was in that movie. Everybody, if you was black and in Hollywood and you got left at that movie, you probably still holding a grudge.
Yeah.
If you didn't have nothing to do
Or
with
you
that,
bullshit.
you like, man, yeah, fuck Eddie, man. You let me in there. I know them niggas gotta feel salty. And 5 is a movie I can watch anytime it come on. It could be on HBO with commercials or whatever. The Wood.
Oh, The Wood was dope, man.
Hey,
that was
man,
up there with Brown Sugar. Man.
I love The Wood.
That was some good movies.
Hey, that movie was so dope for a lot of reasons, man.
Bro.
Like the homies hanging out. That remind me of me and the homies. We swore we was gonna be macking and hanging and macking and hanging. And that was my shit, man. And that was the movie, man. So that's my top 5.
My top 5. Come on,
Goonies still number 1.
Hey,
though.
man, you got Friday. I'm gonna go with Friday too. I'm gonna change it. I like the Green Mile. Green Mile was dope. I can watch that anytime. Touching. Poetic Justice. I love Poetic Justice because Jenny was super fine. I love you, baby.
She said they still gonna queue up.
Straight up. And Tupac was in there. You said Coming to America. I'm gonna agree with that one. And I'm gonna do Cry Freedom by Denzel Washington because Stephen Biko is like one of my heroes.
Who?
He came out with the term Black Consciousness. He was South African revolutionary.
I mean,
he actually went back whenever the slaves were free. I'm gonna give y'all some history.
Thank you, because I don't know nothing about the movie. I don't even think I even seen the movie.
So, like in South Africa, whenever the slaves that got let free, there was like a lot of murder. There was a lot of just poverty, strife. They didn't know how to actually
build a community.
Prosperity. So Stephen Biko was like this active, restorative activist who showed them how to grow crops, vegetation. He noticed that all the education was all about helping them become victims. So they took all the books out and they redid the education with black heroes that looked like them. And it basically caused a paradigm shift. And then he transitioned from them depending on the government to depend on themselves. So they built new schools. They built hospitals, which had to teach them the medical stuff. They did vegetation, showed them how to grow their food. And they rebuilt their own economy.
And Denzel played him in the movie?
Denzel played him in the movie. And Black consciousness is what taught them how to take inventory of themselves and actually adopt an identity that shift them towards a higher sense of consciousness. So it's like instead of seeing yourself as a slave, now you can see yourself as a doctor because now we have a hospital. You can see yourself as a lawyer because now we have laws for ourselves. And then he taught them the art of compassion so they didn't murder each other. That was where brother and sisterhood came from. And then he coined the term poverty is a mindset because he said poverty, he said the reason why you're poverty is you don't have the skills and competencies to be self-sufficient. So he reformed that whole everything.
You sound like somebody who has a top 5 books.
Right.
I did a top 5.
That's what you sound like when you got top 5 books. I like that.
Let our company give us top 5.
That's what I love about movies.
That's what we need. We need more of that.
Yeah. So my I'm not no order.
All right.
Beach Street. Now, listen.
That just makes sense for him.
Listen,
yeah.
I understand.
Hey, Coop stayed right in his pocket, man. He ain't gonna surprise you.
I know. Listen,
Coop
wherever your favorite movie is, I know all of the dialogue from Beach Street, like from the beginning.
That's how I feel about Goonies
to the end. I could see if you said go, I could go.
That's how I feel about Goonies.
Raymond's making us the baddest sweatshirts, man. Word. On one side, it's gonna have Beach Street and our names. And on the other side, it's going to have curvy lines. When I do my backspin, it's going to be the baddest, man. Incredible. Go look it up. That's exactly what it is.
Yo, Raymond's making us the baddest sweatshirts, man. Word. You know the kind that turn inside out? One side going to say Beach Street and our name. The other side will have curvy lines. And you know, when I do my backspin, gonna be the baddest, man. Incredible.
Come on, man.
Like dead ass.
That's a latchkey kid talking to you right
now. Key around my neck on a shoestring.
That's a latchkey kid coming right at you.
We
was raised by the TV, man.
But we had cable when I was in the 3rd grade.
So that's why, see, we didn't have cable.
I'm 46.
So he know more stuff than me.
So, all right, Malcolm X, and I still cry at the end, even though I know my man finna get shot.
He finna shoot him.
Yeah, even though I know he finna get, and they play that sad song. I don't know. Anyway, Star Wars because it plays right into my nerves.
Such a nerd.
Right, it's
I love
greatest,
it.
Dude,
greatest space opera ever, man.
Technically,
space opera.
You think it's a movie? It's a space opera.
It's real. It's real. It gave me hope, mother.
Hey, look, check this out. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Star Wars does. If you want to know your friends who can't read well, put on the beginning of Star Wars, and see the people who can't read it as it scrolls. I had a homeboy who had to pause it. He's like, "Can nobody read that?" I'm like, "Dog, the words is very clear." He's like, "I can't see it." We had to keep pausing it. That's how you can test to see your reading skills.
Galaxy far.
They need to put his thing on the TV and read like that.
Coop said it's not even a movie.
It's a space opera.
That's what it is, baby.
Dun, 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 dun.
Space soap opera. Okay.
That's funny.
Godfather 1 and 2.
No, you can't do both. Which one?
Pick one.
Godfather 2.
Okay.
Godfather 2 when Michael take over everything.
Would it be weird if I've never watched the Godfather movie?
It wouldn't be weird, but I would suggest you check it out now.
Because you're a sinner.
A sinner.
Rebuke you.
Come on, sis.
I've never seen
gotta go ahead
it.
and play
Oh
that.
God. Well, we know what you're getting for Christmas. Okay.
Box set.
Box set.
Box
Godfather.
set.
All right, and last but not least, do the right thing. Put Spike back on there.
That was a good movie.
Hey, speaking of Spike Lee movies, I didn't, and weird nerd stuff, I didn't realize School Days was a musical for a long time.
Oh yeah, your hair ain't no longer.
Like the whole time it was flying over my head.
Just
Like,
a jigaboo.
you never got nothing to do. Wanna be better than me. Hey, check this out. Do y'all notice every time after that type of BS happened, somebody always yell, "Wake up!" All through that movie. I didn't get that either. It took me a long
we got
time.
our top 5. So we got the top 5 top songs. We got top 5 movies.
We did the rappers and our top 5 movies, and we had a good time
So
doing
you
it.
guys listen. It's 30 minutes.
Man,
check
we
you guys
talking a long
tune in.
time.
So what you think? Yeah, man. You got it.
We
Hey,
outta
I'm
here.
Preach.
I'm T-Dot,
I'm Mack O.
and this is James H. Himmy Cooper.
We out here.
Say.
We out.
Yeah, James H.
I keep showing my
Harrison.
socks and sandals.
I used to always
I'm
think it was
just
Henry.
ratchet today. It's
Yeah, okay.
Henry.
Oh, I thought I was joking.
James
Oh, it sound like a strong slave,
third.
man.
The third.
It sound like the first generation after slavery.
drunk and
Like, yeah, no. But when it's James Henry, it sounds like that's the first generation right after slavery. It's like he wasn't free. He the first one free.